Yeah, that's the hard one. There's you got some Polish ones in there. You might have some trouble.
All right, do some more checks.
1-1, check 1-2, 1-2, 3-4, check, 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 1-2, 1-2. Well, good evening and welcome to Rosholt and high school football action here on Zaleski Sports in the Central Wisconsin Small Conference. It'll be the Rosholt Hornets hosting the Edgar Wildcats here tonight. Edgar coming off a nice win over Auburndale last week, a dominating victory, 41-14 for the Wildcats, running their record to 2-1. Rosholt won their opening game, their first win since 2021, I'm told, and dropped their last two, including last week to Pittsville, 41-0. It's a tall order for Rosholt here tonight, and we'll talk more about that. But first, let's take a listen to the national anthem here before we get started.
Stripes and bright stars through the
Rosholt coming in tonight with a record of 1-2, winning their opener against Manawa 22-12, and then dropping two lopsided scores the last couple of weeks to Glenwood City 48-0. Glenwood City ranked first in Division 7 in the Zaleski Sports poll, and Edgar ranked second. Pittsville beat Rosholt last week 41-0, and I'm seeing Rosholt's only suiting up 17 players tonight. They've got a sophomore quarterback. They've got two freshmen featured at the running back spot. Lee Schwarer, Fletcher Weiland, and Alex Schneider for head coach Jerry Sins. Our game is brought to you in part by our game day sponsors, Greg Gruitz, Miltrim, Werner Insurance, Van Ert Electric, Edgar Building Supply, Cropping Central, and the Edgar Family Restaurant.
A senior, number 77, Braden Bonnie.
And we talked about last week, Maverick Butt had to pick up the slack after the injury in week 2 to Jace Affelbeck, the senior captain for Edgar. Broke his leg in the game against Stratford. He's done for the year. Had surgery last week, and Maverick Butt and Will Hackle both stepped up and did the heavy lifting on the ground last week in that big win over Auburndale. Hard to believe we're already 4 weeks in. This is the 4th week of the high school football season. Just 5 games remaining in the regular season after tonight for Edgar. They've got a home matchup with Pittsville next Friday night. Then it's a road game at Rapids Assumption on the 27th, and 3 games in October. Home games with Iola Scandinavia and Stevens Point Pacelli, and they finish on the road at Abbotsford on October 18th.
A junior, number 23, Caleb Zick.
Beautiful night for football again. Obviously been very warm, and looks like the rain's going to hold off till tomorrow. It's cloudy, but it's nice. A beautiful night for football here at Rosholt. Field looks in good shape. You can see Rosholt is in black with the gold trim, gold numerals. Edgar in their white jerseys, green pants, green helmets for tonight's action. Our game brought to you by Visit Marshfield. Be part of the Marshfield tradition Maple Fall Fest. Don't miss the 32nd annual Maple Fall Fest this Saturday and Sunday at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. You can learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow them on Facebook as well. Rosholt is going to get the football first here.
Ladies and gentlemen, looks like Rosholt will receive the opening kickoff.
Kicking off for the Wildcats will be Wade Cohill. He's a junior, and he'll handle the kickoff duties here. Puts the boot to it, and we're underway, and it's going to take a bounce near the 15-yard line, picked up at about the 10, across the 15, across the 20, down the far sideline, and a great return for the Hornets out across the 35 to about the 36-yard line.
First and 10.
I think that was Caleb Zick on the return, and it's going to be great field position here for the Hornets. Edgar defense played really well last week against Auburndale. Like I said, in all facets of the game, it was just a dominating performance by this Edgar Wildcat squad. And they've got the numbers here tonight. I counted 17 players suited up for Rosholt in this one, so obviously a lot of players will be playing both offense and defense. Snap out of the gun. They want to throw it. They throw it out in the flat. It's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it out to Wyatt Lorbecky, and it's going to be second down and 10. So after winning their opener over Manawa 22-12, it's been two lopsided games for Rosholt since then, losing to Glenwood City 48-0. Glenwood City ranked first, as we mentioned, in the Zaleski Sports Division 7 poll. Pittsville won last week over the Hornets 41-0. Out of the gun again. This time they're going to hand it off to the deep man of the gun. He's going nowhere. In fact, a loss on the play. In there on the stop for the Wildcats was Alex Schneider.
Zig stop for a loss on the play.
Going to be dropped back at about the 35-yard line. Call it a loss of 2. And it'll be third down and about 12. They'll work out of the gun again. 3 receivers in the pattern. Straight drop. Elite wants to throw across the middle. It's going to be picked off. Down the sideline, Tucker Straight, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds near the 20-yard line. So an early turnover will give Edgar a short field here. Tucker Straight stepped in front of that pass, picked it off. And Edgar will have the football. Deep in Rosholt territory, right at the 20-yard line. Tucker Stride also the quarterback. So after the pick, he'll bring the offense to the line. He'll work out of the gun. He's got 2 running backs with him. Shewitt is split out wide to the far side. Man comes in motion, and it's going to be a handoff. They're going to try the left side. Now a cutback, breaking a tackle. That's Maverick Butt getting it down near the 15-yard line. Going to be a pickup of about 5 on the carry.
Pickup of about 5. First or second and 5, Edgar.
Second down and 5 for the Wildcats. Strite will work under center this time. Split backfield behind him, wing right. Wide receiver left. They're going to pitch it this time and try to get the right side. That's Hackle. Now he cuts it back, and he'll turn on the Jets. He's going to get to the end zone. Touchdown. Will Hackle used his speed to break 2 long runs last week. That time he made a great cut and went into the end zone untouched for a 15-yard touchdown run. So Hackle will get Edgar on the board quickly here after the turnover. A 15-yard touchdown run for Will Hackle, and it's 6-0 Wildcats. Hackle showed some real speed last week. He's going to be a handful for defenses to contend with as we go through the season. Going to get more opportunities with the injury to Affelbeck. Now they're going to try an inside handoff. They're not going to get there for the 2-point conversion try. Maverick Butt got thrown backwards, so the score will remain 6-0. We'll take a break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Stopped by Keegan O'Donnell.
Located in Edgar, Wisconsin, Edgar Building Supply operates as a lumberyard and hardware store, assisting contractors, homeowners, and businesses with their building needs varying from roofing and siding to windows and cabinets. Their knowledgeable staff can assist you with planning your project, estimating costs, and drafting blueprints. Get started on your building project today with Edgar Building Supply.
Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar.
And we're back here at Rosholt, where the Wildcats strike early after the turnover. And if the Hornets want to keep this close, they're going to have to protect the football and not give Edgar short fields. The Wildcats are just so effective running the football. And they can throw it, too. I mean, Shewitt is a definite threat catching the football, but they really don't need to throw it that much. But when they do, they can catch teams by surprise, getting Shewitt behind the defense, and he can use his height to go up and get the football. Here's the kick. Line drive down the middle, going to be taken at about the 15 again, across the 20, the 25, and fighting for yards across the 30 before being driven backwards.
Zick's return to about
Caleb
30
Zick
yard line.
on the
First
carry.
and 10,
And it'll be
Rosholt.
Rosholt football, 1st and 10. And I think they're going to give him forward progress right near the 30-yard line. Going to mark it at about the 31. So it'll be 1st and 10 from there. Rosholt ran 2 plays in their first possession, a loss of 2 yards on the ground and an incomplete pass before the interception. And it'll be Delete operating out of the gun again. Edgar showing blitz, high snap. He pitches it to the right, trying to get the corner, and breaking a tackle and fighting for yardage is Caleb Zick. Got it out maybe to the 33. Picked up 2 or 3 on that.
2nd and 8, Hornets.
Called a pickup of 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 8. Delete did a good job of handling that high snap and getting rid of the football on a nice pitch to Zick. Edgar closed. They had 3 or 4 defensive players over there and held him to like a pickup of 2 or 3. They gave him a pretty good mark out near the 34-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and around 7. 2 receivers wide left, 1 to the near side. And Delete out of the gun again. Delayed handoff. They try the left side, and not much doing. The initial hit there made by Lucas Stanke, and then a couple of his teammates wrapped up Zick again after
Zick on a carry.
maybe a yard. Call it 3rd down and 6.
Pickup of a couple yards. 3rd and 6.
Third down and 6 for the Hornets. Looking for their first down of the evening, 2nd possession of the game for Rosholt. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, and Delete out of the gun again. Now a little miscommunication on how they wanted the wide out left, and now a hard snap, and Stanke's going to get caught offside. Going to be encroachment. Edgar thinks it's movement, but I'm not sure. Now it's going to be encroachment against the Wildcats. Stanke tried to time the snap and went across the line, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty against Edgar, moving the ball up to the 39-yard line and setting up a 3rd down and about 1. Two receivers near side, 1 to the left. Delete with Zick in the backfield, out of the gun. They're going to hand it off and breaking a tackle, and I don't think he got there. Still fighting for yardage, though. It's going to be close. Zick kept that pile moving after initially being stopped, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down. He got it across the 40, and that'll be enough for a 1st down, and that was 2nd effort by Caleb Zick right there to pick up that 1st down. He was stopped short, but he kept the legs churning and picked up enough yardage to move the chains, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Rosholt at their own 41-yard line. Two running backs in the gun with Delete this time, and they're going to give it to the deep man. That's Zick again, and he is hit and driven backwards. No gain on that. Stanke's in there. Also in there for Edgar was Corey Keppel for the Wildcats. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. They gave him a little bit, but it's still going to be 2nd down. And actually, they gave him a pretty good mark there because it didn't look like he got any positive yardage, but they gave him a yard, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9. And now both receivers had the wrong snap count. They took off, and the ball was not snapped. The illegal procedure against the Hornets. That'll back them up 5. And it'll be 2nd down and about 14. They're going to pitch, try the right side, and breaking a tackle and not getting much, maybe a yard. They tried to get Zick around the right side, but good pursuit by the Wildcats. Strite Schuett in there. Stanke made the initial hit, and then Strite and Schuett cleaned up, and it's going to be 3rd down. And did we get another penalty here? Looks like we got another penalty. Going to be against Rosholt again. They're going to decline it, though. Edgar will decline the illegal procedure call and take the play, so it's going to be third down and about 14 for the Hornets. Our game brought to you in part by Fleet Farm, here to help you gear up for hunting season. Shop their huge selection of scouting and concealment must-haves, safety essentials, and blaze orange gear. Shop the entire selection of hunting gear from all the top brands today at Fleet Farm. Two receivers to the left, one to the near side for the Hornets. Third down and long. They're going to play action. He wants to throw. They set it a little screen pass in the left flat, and that's going nowhere. Good pursuit by the Edgar defense again. That's Stocky again. I'm calling his name a lot here in the early going. And it'll set up a punting situation for Rosholt here with 6:25 to play in the first quarter. Clock moving. Wildcats lead at 6-0. Edgar should get decent field position. They drop back Maverick Butt, and I think it's Will Hackle back near the 30-yard line. Boy, they didn't, and they're going to try a fake. No, he was not going to be able to get the punt off, and now breaking tackles, but they're going to tackle him short of the 50-yard line, so it'll be a turnover on downs. I don't think that punt formation was set up correctly. That punter was not deep enough by any stretch of the imagination to get a punt off. He was about 5 yards too shallow, and Edgar got in there, and it forced Lorbecky to run with the football. He got it across the 45, but it's going to be short of the first down, and Edgar will take over on downs at the Rosholt 47-yard line. That just looked weird because it wasn't a deep enough punt formation for Rosholt. The punter was at least 5 yards too shallow on that punt formation. There was no way he was getting that off. So it's first down and 10 for the Wildcats here. And Strite will operate out of the gun. Two backs there with him. They're going to hand it off to Hackle. Straight up the middle. Big hole. Moving the pile. He's going to have first down yardage. Picked up about 10 or 11 on that. I think he's going to have the first down. It's going to be close, depending on the mark. Are they going to move the chains? Apparently not. They're going to call it second down in less than a yard. So call it a pickup of 9 on the carry for Hackle. Ball at about the 37-yard line of the Hornets. This time Strite wants to pass. He rolls right. He's got all the time. He throws it out, and it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that to Lucas Stonkey, who was lined up as a tight end, and he overthrew his intended man, so now it's going to be third down and short. They took the shot because they know they can probably pick up the first down here. It's going to be third and very short. They haven't switched the down marker yet, but it is third down in a yard. Strite will operate under center this time, offset backfield behind him. They give it to Hackle, quick hitter, and he's going to have enough for the first down. Got it down near the 35-yard line, and that'll be enough to move the chains. Pickup of about 3 on that.
First and 10, Wildcats.
As we go down to 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. First and 10, Edgar, as they come to the line, ball just shy of the Rosholt 35. Man in motion. That's Austin Schreiber. And they're going to try the left side this time. Maverick, but now he cuts it back and got it down inside the 25. That's going to be enough for another first down. Pickup of about 12 on that for Maverick Butt.
Maverick Butt on the carry. Brought down by Fontek Kosmalski.
And it's a first down for the Wildcats.
First and 10, Edgar.
Offensive line opening up some big holes here in the early going. Stonkey, Schnelly, Schwerer, Weiland, and Schneider. Schuett splits out wide right. Operate out of the gun. He wants to throw. Has time. Now he throws it out. He's got a man. It's going to be incomplete. A little pass was a little bit high as he was trying to get it to Hackle down inside the 15-yard line. Will got one hand on it but couldn't bring it in, and it's going to be second down and 10.
Second down and 10.
Clock stop, 4:14 to play here in the quarter. Nicolay Bank, one of our great sponsors, offering personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. And we get a handoff to Hackle. Got it down to about the 20-yard line. Pickup of maybe 4 on the carry.
Hackle on the carry. Brought down by Lorecki.
You can go to nicolaybank.com to find out more about the services they offer as well. Third down and about 6 or 7 here for the Wildcats. Stride under center. Play action, he wants to throw. He's got time again. Now he's going to pull it down, try to run with the football, and he got wrapped up and dropped. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play. I would imagine Edgar will go for it here. Stride had some time there. It looked like he might have pulled that ball down a little early and took off. He still had some time to look for an open man, but decided to run with the football and got wrapped up at about the 21-yard line. So 4th down and about 7 here for the Wildcats. Stride under center. Schuett's wide left. He's got single coverage out there. And they're going to try the counter play, and Mauer's got some running room. Can he get enough for the first down? Breaking tackles, he will. He came out of that pile and broke it farther to the right, to the far side, and picked up the first down inside the 15, down near the 12. And that'll be enough for a first down on the carry for Gavin Mauer.
Mauer on the carry. Brought down by the lead. Good enough for a first down.
Picked up about 11 on that, and they mark it right around the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal for Edgar from the 10. Straight out of the gun. The 2 backs there with him. Schuett wide left. And they're going to throw it up for Schuett in the end zone. He's got 1 man to beat. Touchdown. He just used his height to go over the top of the defender. That was just a one-on-one matchup, and that the defender has no chance when he's about 3 or 4 inches shorter than Leighton Schuett. Schuett just went up and took the football, and it's a touchdown, 10-yard touchdown pass from Strite to Leighton Schuett. So Edgar went for a 2-point conversion last time, and they will do that again here. Stride under center. He wants to throw again across the middle. It's going to be knocked away. Incomplete. Good defensive coverage that time in the end zone. And a 2-point conversion, no good again. So it's 12-0 Edgar. Back in a moment. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
And we're back here at Rosholt. Tom King, Rachel Zaleski, my producer-engineer here tonight. 12-0 Wildcats with 1:59 to play in the first quarter, and they'll kick off.
Back deep for the Hornets. Wade Cohell will handle the kickoff duties again. Going
going to be a short kick this time. Going to be taken on the run at about the 23 and right up the middle and out across the 40-yard line. The return man, Zick, got a head of steam on that one and cut through a number of players and got it out across the 40. So Rosholt will have decent field position here for their third possession of the night. Dylan DeLeet, the sophomore quarterback, brings the Hornets to the line out of the gun. Man comes in motion. And they're going to try a delayed handoff to the deep man in the backfield. That's Zick. He got it out across near the 45-yard line. Going to be a pickup of about 4 on that for Zick.
Bringing up 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6 for the Hornets.
Alex Schneider.
Hornets come slowly to the line. And DeLeet will operate out of the gun again. 2 receivers to the near side. High snap, it's on the ground. DeLeet's going to try to cover it up, and he's able to back near the 30-yard line. Snap went over his head, and that's going to be a loss of about 15 yards on that snap. So once again, when you have a play like that, really blows up any chance of doing anything with this possession because they're now facing a 3rd down and 20 from their own 30-yard line. They'll operate out of the gun again. They only have 6 players on the sideline. Now, rush, they set up a screen, and Zick will cut it back, and he got nailed when it crossed the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
Screen pass to Caleb Zick.
Coming in there was Corey Keppel, Fletcher Weiland in there as well on the stop. And it'll be another punting situation here for the Hornets. Clock will roll, and they probably won't get this play off. First quarter is going to come to an end, and it will, with Edgar leading here 12-0. We'll take a break and come back with more. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 quarter play, we have the score. Edgar 12.
Warner Insurance Agency is a family-owned insurance business that has been helping customers with all of their property and casualty insurance needs for 3 generations. Let Warner Insurance help with your small business, farm, home, auto, and recreational vehicle insurance needs. Warner Insurance, proud supporter of the Edgar Wildcats.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
And we're back here as the second quarter will get underway shortly. Our game brought to you in part by our game day sponsors, Haugum Law, Simplicity Credit Union, Edgar Lanes, BAME Insurance, and DT Bounce Rentals. We appreciate their support. So Edgar should get decent field position again after this punt. Edgar's out on the field ready to go. Rosholt will head out there now and face a 4th down and very long, so they'll punt the ball away again here. Let's see if they line up a little deeper for their punt unit. The last time they had to punt, we mentioned the punter was way too shallow and had no chance to get the punt off. He had to try to run and got tackled. And now they're late getting a man on the field. They just had a timeout and late getting a man on the field in the punt unit. Punter standing back, and now he will get it away. Decent punt. Going to be taken at about the 38-yard line. They run the reverse to Maverick Budd. He's going to go down the far sideline. He's got a man in front of him, and he's got one man to beat. Maverick Budd is going to be knocked out of bounds. No, he lateraled the football. That was going to be a forward lateral. It's probably going to be a penalty. That's a forward lateral. I think Maverick Butt got a little excited as he was getting knocked out of bounds. He tried to lateral the football, but I think that's going to be a forward lateral and a penalty problem. Or they might say he was already out of bounds when he did that, so there's no penalty if that's the case. At about the 10-yard line.
Right at the 10-yard line. First and goal, Edgar.
So when they have the opportunity, Edgar will run either the fake reverse or the real reverse on punts and sometimes on kicks as well, and that time it worked as Maverick Butt takes it down the far sideline, gets knocked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Stride under center. They're going to hand it off to Butt, and he gets down inside the 10 to maybe the 7, maybe a pickup of 2 or 3 on that.
But on the carry, minimal gain. O'Donnell with the stop brings up second and goal, Edgar.
Going to be second down and goal for the Wildcats. Stride out of the gun. And he's going to hand it off, and that's Hackle, I think, or maybe Maurer. Let's see. Touchdown for Edgar. Let's see who carried that in. It's going to be Will Hackle who will get the touchdown on a 7-yard run.
William Hackle on the carry.
.38 yards on 5 carries for Will Hackle, including 2 touchdowns. And they're going to go for 2 again here. They've failed the last 2 times going for 2-point conversions. Straight under center. Schuetz wide right. They pitch it to Hackle, and he's going to use his speed and go in untouched. Nobody came with Will Hackle on the pitch to the left side, and Hackle will get the 2-point conversion, and Edgar now up 20-0. Back in a moment. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Van Ert Electric is an established leader in the electrical industry in the upper Midwest since 1964 with 5 locations in Wisconsin and a sister company in Michigan. We offer our customers a broad range of services from electrical construction, telecommunications, process controls, HVAC controls, thermal imaging, and arc flash evaluations for your industrial and commercial.
Make your next event a memorable one with D&T Rentals. Choose from several inflatable bounce houses, obstacle courses, and water slides. Or make a splash in our dunk tank. We also offer tents, tables, and chairs for the perfect party package. D&T Rentals is a family business who serves all of central and northern Wisconsin. We set up and pick up for a hassle-free experience. Visit us online at dntbouncerentals.com or call 715-892-0959 today.
And we're back here at Rosholt High School, where the Wildcats will kick off again here, now leading 20-0. A couple of touchdown runs for Will Hackle and a touchdown for Leighton Schuett. And one 2-point conversion, giving the Wildcats the 20-point lead. Here's the kick. Going to be a good one. Going to be taken back at about the 15-yard line, out across the 20, the 25, trying to get the edge. Now he cuts it back. Good cut. Picked up 6 or 7 extra yards on that across the 35 to about the 37. That was Caleb Zick. He's been a busy guy here for the Hornets so far. And Rosholt will have the football, 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line. It's going to be a penalty on the play as well, going against the Hornets. I don't know if there was an illegal block. I didn't see what the call was, but normally in that situation, probably a block in the back, something like that. That'll mark them back down to about the 26-yard line. So it's going to be. Should be 1st and 10. They haven't moved the sticks now. The referee's telling them to move the sticks. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line for the Hornets. So Delete will operate out of the gun here. And he wants to throw. He rolls out. Now he throws. It's going to be knocked away. Well covered on the play. Maverick Budd had the coverage.
Incomplete. Second down.
Second down and 10 for the Hornets. Edgar will be in action at home next week. They've got Pittsville. And we'll, of course, have that for you here on Zaleski Sports. Second down and 10. 4 receivers in the formation this time for the Hornets. To lead out of the gun again. Throws it out in the flat and immediately tackled. Coming up to make the play on that. That Maverick Budd again? Yeah, it's Maverick Budd coming up to make the stop on the completed reception, which went nowhere. In fact, they lost a couple of that on that. Or Becky caught the pass but got dropped for a 2-yard loss. So the pass complete for a 2-yard loss, and it's going to be third down and about 12 here for the Hornets. Blitz coming, and it's going to be, ball is loose. Edgar has it. That ball came out, blindside blitz. Making the hit, I believe. I think it was Schnelly, but the recovery went to Corey Keppel, and Edgar will have a short field once again. They brought the blitz that time. Have to go back on the replay and look to see who that was that came in untouched and nailed the lead from behind and knocked them all free. But Keppel recovered the fumble, and now it's 1st and 10 Wildcats at the Rosholt 17-yard line. And Strite's going to pull it down and run with the football. He's got some running room down the middle of the field, and he is going to be dragged down to get it in. Yes, touchdown. 17-yard touchdown run for Tucker Strite right up the middle of the field.
Scores a touchdown, making the score 26-0 in favor of the Wildcats.
So a 17-yard scamper right up the middle for Tucker Strite. And it's the second touchdown of the quarter, 4th touchdown of the game. It's 26-0 Wildcats. Once again, turning a turnover into points. Well, you knew this was going to be a tough order for Rosholt here tonight. Undermanned and facing a pretty good Edgar squad, and so far nothing's gone right for the Hornets in this one. They're going to try to kick the extra point here. And that is going to be good. The kick went through off the... Well, we'll try to see who that was. I don't have a number 44 on my roster here, but... The extra point is good, makes the score 27-0. We'll come back after this. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Edgar Lanes is a proud sponsor of Edgar football. We offer a wide range of youth and adult leagues, tournaments, fundraisers, and bowling parties. Also, try our delicious homemade pizza or something off the grill. Edgar Lanes, where friends and family come to meet. Van Eert Electric is an established leader in the electrical industry in the upper Midwest since 1964 with 5 locations in Wisconsin and a sister company in Michigan. We offer our customers a broad range of services from electrical construction, telecommunications, process controls, HVAC controls, thermal imaging, and arc flash evaluations for your industrial and commercial.
And we're back here at Rosholt, 9:51 to play first half, 27-0 Edgar after the touchdown run by Tucker Strite of 17 yards. Extra point was good. Try to find out who number 44 is. Somebody is wearing a different jersey here tonight. We don't have a 44 on the roster. Well, somebody got blood on their jersey and they're wearing the blood jersey. Bring an extra jersey along just in case somebody gets blood on it. Here's a kick and taken out across the 25, the 30. Now breaking into the open field across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Good return for Rosholt right there, and they'll have decent field position. That's Zick again, who brought the kickoff back near the 45, actually going to mark it about the 47-yard line. So Rosholt will have good field position here to start this possession. They have not been able to do much offensively against this Edgar defense.
All the way up to midfield where it's 1st and 10 Hornets.
So the Hornets will come to the line. 1st and 10 from their own 47. Out of the gun with an eye backfield behind him. Deep man in the eye, straight ahead. Positive yardage out near midfield. Pickup of about 3 on that. That was Zick on the carry.
Across midfield, 2nd and 6.
They're going to mark him across midfield, so give him 4 on the carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. And they want to go quickly here, lining up. And they're going to try the same play. This time the right side. Zick cuts it back. Positive yardage down near the 45. Going to be short of the 1st down by about a yard, yard and a half.
About 4. 3rd down and 1.
3rd down and a long 1 here for the Hornets, and they're going to go quickly here. No huddle. Edgar able to get set up, and they're going to try the first man, and he's not getting there. Driven backwards by a host of Edgar tacklers. They'll be short of the 1st down. Gavin Maurer was in there along with a lot of other white jerseys. And it'll be 4th down and about 2. Fourth down and 2 as the Hornets come to the line. Delayed handoff to Zick, and he's not going to get there. Stopped short of the 45-yard line. Maverick Butt in there on the stop also. Dakota Ellenbecker in there as well on that tackle, and it'll be 1st and 10 Edgar on their own 46-yard line. As Rosholt turns it over on downs. So the Edgar offense has pretty much had their way, although they've been dealing with short fields for much of the night because of turnovers or a good punt return. They start in their own territory this time. 4 receivers in the formation this time. Strite will operate out of the gun. You don't see this a lot. 3 receivers stacked to the near side. And he wants to throw. Now a penalty flag on the play. Strite being chased. Rolls away. Now he's in danger of being sacked. He gets rid of the football to Hackle. Hackle's going to go down the far sideline, and he's going to be near 1st down yardage, but let's see what the penalty's all about. It's going to be against Edgar.
But there is a flag on the play.
Illegal procedure against the Wildcats, so that's coming back.
Illegal procedure on Edgar.
Strite was in danger of being sacked for about a 25-yard loss. He was able to get rid of the football to Hackle, got near the 1st down, but that comes back because of the penalty. I think it had something to do with the way those 3 receivers were stacked and lined up on the near side, because that flag flew in that area almost immediately at the snap.
1st down and 15 for the Wildcats.
It's going to be 1st down and 15, the ball marked at the 41-yard line. I think Jerry Sins and his offensive coaches are going to try to get Will Hackle the ball in space whenever they can, because he's the fastest guy, I think, on the field from what we've seen this season. Now we get a timeout called by the Hornets. We'll take one as well. 7:33 to play, 1st half, 27-0 Edgar. Back in a moment. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Edgar Family Restaurant is located just south of Highway 29 in Edgar and open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, drink, dessert, get it all at Edgar Family Restaurant. Homemade food to fill your belly and your soul. Daily specials including Friday fish fry, soup, salad, pies made from scratch, and a full menu of choices are yours at Edgar Family Restaurant. Give back to those who support our community. Give back and visit Edgar Family Restaurant for breakfast tomorrow, then stay for lunch and dinner too. Edgar Family Restaurant is a proud backer of Wildcats football. Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar.
And we're back here at Rosholt High School, 7:33 to play first half. It's going to be 1st and 15 here for the Wildcats at their own 41-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, wing left as well. As Stride operates out of the gun, man comes in motion. They're going to hand it off straight ahead and positive yardage. Got maybe 4 of that back. Will Hackle on the carry. Picked up about 4 or 5. Call it 5, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Short gain brought down by Gavin Aaron. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
So they got the penalty yardage back on the run straight ahead by Hackle, and it's 2nd down and 10. Our game day sponsors include Edgar Building Supply, Cropping Central, and Edgar Family Restaurant. 3 receivers stacked to the far side. Schuett comes to the near side. Rosholt showing blitz. And they want to throw it deep. Schuett tried to get behind the defense, off his fingertips. Incomplete. He had a step on his defender, and the pass was out there just a little bit too long. Schuett got his fingertips on it, but just couldn't gather it in. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. That's a timing play right there. The ball's in the air before Schuett made his cut behind the defender. And the ball wobbled a little bit out of Strite's hand. And they just missed. 2nd down and 10. Tight formation this time. Strite under center, split backfield. They're going to fake the pitch and then throw it across the middle of the field. They've got a man. It's caught and nearly fumbled, but he hung on. Stonky on the catch from the tight end spot. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down.
After a short juggle, he remains or gains possession of it, and it's good enough for an Edgar 1st down.
Ball's going to be marked inside the Rosholt 45 at about the 47. I'm told that number 44, who kicked the extra point, is a foreign exchange student from Germany named Jarvis. All right, we like that kind of story. Here's a handoff. This is Hackle again. Now he cuts it back. He's got blockers, and he's down, tripped. I don't know if somebody tripped him or he just lost his footing and went down at about the 25-yard line.
Edgar 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 25.
Pick up about 19 on that carry for Will Hackle. Wildcats trying to add on to their 27-0 lead here before halftime as we go under 6 minutes to play. They're driving. 1st and 10 at the Rosholt 25-yard line, straight out of the gun. Bobble the snap. We're going to get a penalty, and what are we going to have? Illegal procedure against Edgar. That'll back him up 5. It's going to be 1st and 15 now.
Against the Wildcats. Ladies and gentlemen, Edgar fans, Rosholt fans, whoever you are, let's give it up for our Stinger cheer girls. They're doing a great job tonight.
First down and 15 from the Rosholt 30-yard line for the Wildcats. Straight out of the gun again. 4 receivers in the formation. Man comes in motion, that's Hackle. Said they're going to hand it off to Butt, and he's going nowhere. Wrapped up and dropped in the backfield almost as soon as he took the handoff. Actually, that's not Butt. Who is that? That is Hackle that took that handoff. All right.
Stop short.
So call it second down and about 16, a loss of 1 on the carry. Might have been Maurer. I thought Hackle went in motion. Maurer's back there as well. Or maybe Maurer went. Side. Single coverage again out there. And they're going to try to throw it to him. Strikes flushed out of the pocket, makes one man miss. Now he's going to pull it down and run with the football, trying to get outside. He's going to be dropped near the 30-yard line. Didn't get much on that.
Straight scrambles for a short gain, bringing up third down.
Third down and long. Third down and about 15 here for Edgar. Clock continues to roll. 4:20 to play here in the first half. Edgar will get the football to start the second half as well. Straight out of the gun, play action. They want to throw it, flushed out of the pocket again. Now a little flip pass, and that's not going to get much. Breaking tackles and got it near the original line of scrimmage, but it's going to be a 4th down. I would imagine they'd go for it here.
Screen pass is complete. Green body on the initial contact. Short gain. 4th down, Wildcats.
And it's going to be a 4th down at about 11 here for Edgar. Shewitt comes out wide to the near side. Straight out of the gun. He wants to throw. He throws a little slant to Shewitt, incomplete. He was open, and once again the pass just out of his reach. And Rosholt will take over on downs here.
That is turnover on downs.
So the Rosholt defense gets a stop here before halftime, and they'll get the football back. You got to take your victories where you find them in a situation like this, and Rosholt gets a turnover on downs here, and we'll get the ball back.
You have a 50-50 raffle going around. Again, all proceeds go to Hunting Away Pediatric Stroke.
So they'll continue to operate out of the gun. Dylan Delete, the quarterback. And they're going to hand it off. Now they're going to try a little reverse, and that's going nowhere. Edgar stayed home on that. It was slow developing, and Maverick Butt came up and made the tackle.
Rosholt tries a reverse on the play to Gavin Aaron.
Gavin Aaron's took that handoff and didn't get, actually lost about 2 to 3 yards on that. So it's going to be second down and about 12, maybe 13 for the Hornets. Rosholt has a couple of timeouts left, just 3:22 to play in the half. But they have not shown that they can move the football against this Edgar defense. Delete wants to throw, rolls out, he throws, he's got a man, that's caught, and a big hit near the 30-yard line.
Delete's pass complete to Lorbecki.
Wyatt Lorbecki makes the catch.
Pick up of a few yards on the play. That's going to bring up third down and about 7.
Maybe picked up 5 on that pass and catch. And it's going to be third down and about 7 here for the Hornets. Play action. Delete throws it out in the flat. He's got a man, and not much there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gaining a yard on that. Going to bring up a fourth down in a punting situation here.
Bringing up fourth down for Rosholt.
Fourth down and about 6 or 7 here for the Hornets. You would think they would punt from this spot on the field with 1:57 to play in the first half and trailing 27-0. Maverick Butt and Will Hackle dropping back near midfield. And they get the punt away, and Butt's going to catch it at about the 41. Making a cut, and he's going to be dropped near midfield. So Edgar will have the football at the 50-yard line with 1:33 to play and all 3 timeouts to play with. Let's see what they want to do here. They can run the football and not stop the clock and go into halftime with a 27-0 lead. Or do they want to try to add on here before halftime? Stride will be under center this time. Split backfield behind him. You're going to pitch it, try to get Hackle on the left side around the corner. He gets the corner, now tries to cut it back, still on his feet, and making guys miss it. Now he breaks free, and he's going to go to the end zone. Will Hackle's going to run it for 50 yards and a touchdown, and that just, they had him cornered over there against the sideline and could not wrap him up. Hackle showing his elusiveness there, getting away from a number of Rosholt tacklers and going 50 yards for the touchdown. Will Hackle having himself a night here. He's got 3 touchdown carries now. And they will line up to kick the extra point again, and this is Jarvis, we're told, the German exchange student who will attempt the extra point. I don't know if Jarvis is his first name or his last name. We only know Jarvis. And that one is blocked, no good. And so the score will remain 33-0 here just before halftime. We'll take a break and come back with more. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
At Haugum Law Firm, we work tirelessly to provide the best in estate planning, probate, trust administration, and long-term care nursing home planning in central Wisconsin. In this changing world, we can accommodate virtual and telephone conferences for your convenience or face-to-face meetings in a safe space. Call us today to learn more. Haugum Law Firm, estate planning and elder law.
Looking for a unique space to host your next event or business meeting? Check out the Milk House at Miltram Farms. You can view the cows being milked by the robots, play in the sand table, or start your own farm on the farm simulator. We have space for up to 125 people indoors, or you can sit outside and enjoy the farm views from our grain bin gazebo and make s'mores on the corn crib fireplace. Check us out on Facebook to see our upcoming events or go to our website at miltramfarms.com to see availability.
And we're back here as Edgar will kick the ball away. They have not had a lot of success with their conversions here tonight. Here's the kick. Going to be taken at about the 20, out across the 25, the 30, and knocked down just across the 30-yard line. That's where Rosholt will have the football for this possession. They failed on 2-point conversions twice, and they missed a kick. They were successful on 1 extra point kick and successful on 1 2-point conversion. So we'll have to keep watch here and see when we get into the second half if Edgar, or when Edgar goes to their bench and replaces some of these starters. One thing you don't want in this 4th week of the season is to get some of your starters hurt in a game where you have a big lead. So I would imagine they'll go to their bench at some point in the second half. Delite's going to hand it off. Deep man in the... no, he's going to throw. That was a great play action. It's going to be incomplete. It deflected off one receiver. Another receiver tried to make a diving catch near the sideline and came up empty. That's a great fake. I thought they handed it off. It was a good play action fake by Delete, and his pass, though, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with 1:07 to play in the half. Delete. Play action again. He's being chased. He gets rid of it. He's got a man. It's incomplete. Zick tried to make the catch.
Intended for Zick on the play.
He had a step on his man. Just couldn't hang on. The pass was there. Going to be 3rd down and 10 now for the Hornets with 1:01 to play in the half. Rosholt coming slowly to the line. They don't have a clock to worry about. The clock stopped after the incomplete pass. Well, they do have the delay of game clock to think about here. Back judge is starting his motion there. They're going to have to snap it pretty quickly. They do. Now a delayed handoff. That was a busted play, I think, as Delete tried to hand it off to his right and then turned and handed it off to his left. And they're going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down and 10 here for the Hornets.
Short gain on the play for Rosholt, bringing up 4th down.
Our game brought to you in part by our game day sponsors, which include Haugum Law, Simplicity Credit Union, Edgar Lanes, BAME Insurance, and DT Bounce Rentals. So let's see what Rosholt wants to do here. They're going to let the clock run down. I think they have to run a play, or somebody's going to take a timeout here maybe. Clock down to 15 seconds. And Rosholt will take a timeout here with 14 seconds on the clock. They just didn't want to give Edgar any time on the clock to bust another long play here before halftime. So the punt should get rid of most of the time that's on the clock. We'll keep it right here. Our game is brought to you in part by Express Employment. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. You can learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. Will Hackle with 3 touchdown runs tonight of 15, 7, and 50 yards. And also Tucker Strite with a 10-yard touchdown pass to Leighton Schuett. Strite also has a run for a touchdown of 17 yards. And that accounts for the scoring here tonight. And we're only in the first half. It's 33-0 Wildcats. So Rosholt's going to line up to punt here. Or are they? They're going to line up. Yeah, I think they are going to line up to punt. Edgar's just going to let the ball drop. They're not going to have anybody deep. They just want to make sure that Rosholt doesn't. Now they will drop a man deep. I wanted to make sure they weren't going to run a fake punt here. Can they get the punt away? They might have been partially blocked. It's going to be grabbed by one of the up men, carrying it down into Rosholt territory at about the 31-yard line. So with 7 seconds remaining in the half, Edgar will have the football, so they can take a shot if they want to, or they can run the clock out. Going to mark it at the 34, say you went out of bounds there. So 1st and 10 Wildcats from the Rosholt 34-yard line. Schuett will split out wide right. Straight under center. They're going to hand it off. First man, that's Butt, breaking tackles. Now he cuts it back, and he's going to be dropped at about the 10-yard line, and that's how this first half of football will come to an end. It's going to be about a 24-yard carry for Maverick Butt that time. And the first half is in the books, and it's going to be Edgar 33 and Rosholt nothing. We'll take a break, come back with more. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, football fans. Jason Zaleski here, and welcome to halftime of your game. We'll have you back to the field in no time. First up, a couple things I want to talk to you all about. Our upcoming schedule. We've got a sit-down with Mike Sins and Dan Hill of Menominee and Rice Lake football, and I'll tell you all about our football rankings and where you can see those rankings every week, well ahead of everybody else. But first up, our Zaleski Sports Headlines magazines are out on newsstands now. This is our free weekly, high school only, full color magazine. And again, free for you to pick up around the area. First, our Medford edition here. This is Abbotsford Falcons on the cover. This edition is free to pick up at Colby Quick Trip, Abbey County Market, Stetsonville C-Store, Medford County Market, the Thorpedo in Thorpe Super Value Grocery Store, and the Withy BP. Those are free to pick up, plus chock full of information on the inside about all your favorite schools and sports. And in the Marshfield area, magazine free to pick up at all 3 Weiler's locations in Marshfield: Pick and Save, Festival Foods, Blanker BP, Draxler's of Hewitt, Stratford Senex, Spencer A&W, and Russell's of Neilsville, and over in Greenwood at Quick Trip there. And again, just chock full of really great information. Again, all your favorite sports. All the kids are in here. Pictures, write-ups, the whole thing, and it's yours. It's free. That is our weekly Zaleski Sports Headlines, high school sports only magazine. Mike Sins and Dan Hill around the corner on this halftime report. Jason Zaleski back here to keep this halftime show rolling for you. Had a chance to talk to Menominee Mustangs head football coach Mike Sins. And after this, it'll be Rice Lake Warriors head football coach Dan Hill. Menominee in Rice Lake, our Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, and you can see why. 2 really powerful football teams here early. We are at halftime there. If you want to see that game, if you're not already watching it, the full slate of football games across the network available at ZaleskiSports.com. Just click the link from there, and it will automatically launch into your game. Let's talk about football rankings coming up right after this. Hey gang, Jason Zaleski back with you. Our football rankings are available for all to see. You go to ZaleskiSports.com and you click on VIP. And let me just get this straight here for you right away. This is not an opinion poll. There are those that are out there. Opinions, everybody's got one, right? This is our rankings is based on the actual formula used by the WIAA to seed these teams come playoff time. So if you want a realistic look at how things are going to fall when the WIAA's supercomputer draws up the seeds, you go to ZaleskiSports.com and you click VIP. That's where to find the information. It's no opinions. These are mathematical formulas based on the same ones used by the WIAA. And folks, it is just math, and you cannot argue with math. So here we go. I'll give you the top 3. You can find them all. Again, at ZaleskiSports.com, just click VIP. In Division 1, Muskego, Franklin, and Oconomowoc. Now, Franklin and Muskego probably going to tangle up later this year. Franklin, the number 2 team, they are live right now on Zaleski Sports. In Division 2, Cedarburg, Homestead, and Slinger. In Division 2. In Division 3, Mount Horeb, Barneveld in the top spot, followed by Notre Dame and La Crosse Logan. Medford comes in at number 5 in that Division 3 ranking. In Division 4, Columbus, Prescott, and West Salem. Aquinas also in Division 4. Performance improvement factor has them in Division 4 this year. Mosney comes in at number 5 as I take a look down those rankings there just a bit. In Division 6, in Division 5, there's no doubt about it. Stratford, the best team in Division 5, might be. We won't know. So now I'll give you an opinion. Might be the best team in Division 4 also, but that won't. It's just an opinion, right? But the mathematical facts say that Stratford is the best team in Division 5, followed by St. Mary Springs and Kiel. Others, Stanley Boyd comes in at number 6 this week, and the Orioles have things all hooked up already this year. They'll have a showdown with Regis later on in the season, but Stanley Boyd going to be a tough team to beat in all of 2024. Amherst comes in at number 8. In Division 6, Luther, Cambridge, and Howard's Grove. Others at Abbotsford, number 6. I mentioned Regis, number 7. Auburndale comes in at number 9 this week in these rankings. Again, a mathematical formula purely and solely based on the same one that the WIAA uses to slot these teams come playoff time. You find it ZaleskiSports.com. Just click VIP. In Division 7, Glenwood City, then Edgar, and then Cochrane Fountain City. As I look down the list in Division 7, I find Iola Scandinavia coming in at number 12, and Rosholt comes in at 25. So Edgar, number 2, and Rosholt, that may be your halftime game there, and that may tell you the distinct difference between the number 2 ranked team in Division 7 and then a lot of those that are not as high up that list as we look around at the football teams. We're going to talk about our schedule. We still have a lot of games coming up tomorrow on Saturday, so I'll fill you in on those right after this. Welcome back to the Halftime Show, gang. Jason Zaleski here. We are getting close to second half action, so just hang on. I can't wait either. I need to get back to my game over Menominee, so I'm on this edge of my seat here too, waiting for this halftime show to end. Again, they do 15-minute halftime plus a 3-minute warm-up, so gives us plenty of time to fill you in on this kind of stuff, plus some time for you to use the restroom or maybe go out to the fridge and get something and get ready for the second half of your game. A lot of events left on Saturday. This is a big Saturday weekend of sports around the area. Volleyball galore, really. Pacelli and Auburndale. Nakusa and Columbus Catholic. Nakusa will then take on Pacelli. Columbus Catholic will then move to Auburndale. Nakusa and Auburndale tangle, and Columbus Catholic and Pacelli. That headlines our day over in Auburndale at the Invitational on Saturday. All that action begins at cartoons and cereal time, 8:30 a.m. So right after tonight's games, get to bed and then wake up. You can go out in your pajamas or your nightie or whatever you got on, your t-shirt and shorts, and turn on the TV. 8:30. Volleyball flies starting on Saturday morning at 8:30. And then a pair of soccer games for you. Triangular. It's Arcadia and Pacelli. And then it's Regis, McDonald Regis Co-op and Pacelli. Soccer is at 11 and 2:30 on Saturday. And you might see me looking down here a couple times. I'm just looking at my computer at ZaleskiSports.com. I don't just know all these things. I do the same thing you do. I head to ZaleskiSports.com and I click on the weekly schedule and I see them all, and we have got a pile of games coming up for you next week too. So let's do this. Let's wrap it up. Jason Zaleski here saying enjoy your second half action coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you bought a 50-50 raffle ticket, now would be the time to get those out of your wallet, pocket, purse, wherever you put them, because we're about to announce the winner of $535. Whoop, whoop. And the winning ticket is a red ticket, but I think they're all red tickets, so it doesn't help. But it's a red ticket, and the number is 853-8255. If you have the winning ticket, again, 853-8255, please come up to the concession stand because you are the lucky winner of over $500.
At Rosholt, it's halftime. Edgar leading 33-0. Let's take a look at the yardage unofficially for Edgar in the first half. 187 yards rushing, led by Will Hackle. He had 113 yards on the ground, including 3 touchdown runs of 15, 7, and 50 yards. 44 yards on the ground for Maverick Budd on 4 carries. Gavin Maurer had 1 carry for 11 yards, and Tucker Strite 3 carries for 19 yards, including a 17-yard touchdown run. There was also a touchdown pass in that first half, a 10-yard strike from Strite to Leighton Shuett. And that's where we stand. They did convert 1 2-point conversion and 1 kicked extra point, which puts the score here at 33-0. For Rosholt, not much doing. Unofficially 42 total yards. 15 yards on the ground for Caleb Zick. And that was all the rushing yardage for Rosholt, 27 through the air. Lord Becky caught 2 passes for 27 yards from the quarterback, Dylan DeLeet. Edgar returns to action next week at home, taking on Pittsville. And Rosholt will have another home game next week. They've got Auburndale coming in, so it doesn't get any easier here for the Hornets. An undermanned staff. I think we mentioned they only suited up 17 players here tonight in this one. And starting a sophomore quarterback and a couple of freshmen in key spots on this team. Edgar's going to get the football to start the second half.
Edgar will receive the second half kickoff. Magnus Hilgers is teeing it up.
I think it's Hackle and Butt back to receive this kick. Looks like Maurer might be back there with him. We'll see how long Edgar keeps the starters in, maybe till they get to running time. It's an onside kick, and it goes out of bounds. One of the Rosholt players had a shot at it. That was Zick, and now a penalty flag flies as the kick goes out of bounds. So Edgar's going to get good field position here to start this drive. Rosholt had nothing to lose, down 33-0. They tried the onside kick, and if it takes a little shorter bounce on that last bounce, Zick had a chance to get it. I think he maybe even got one hand on it before it went out of bounds. So they will mark off the penalty, and we'll see where Edgar will start this drive. They're going to mark it at about the 46-yard line. That's where the ball went out of bounds.
10, Edgar, from their own 46.
Strite's going to hand it off. First man through, breaking through, and Maverick Butt's going to be dragged down. He had one man to beat, and that was Zick who made the stop. Otherwise, Butt was going to go the distance. He got it down to about the 35-yard line.
First down for the Wildcats.
Pickup of about 19 on that for Maverick Butt, and he busted through quickly, and Zick dragged him down. Nobody else was going to be able to tackle him. First and 10 Wildcats at the Rosholt 35-yard line. Strite having a quick conversation with his wing on the right side. Offset backfield behind him. He's under center. And they're going to play action. They're going to run the option. Strite's going to keep it. Now he reverses field, and he is going to get the edge, pick up positive yardage, and be dragged out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Straight on the carry, brought down by 33, Nolan Edgar.
And he picked up about 8 on that. Going to be second down and 2. I don't think that was a planned reversal of field. They were running the option. Strite didn't look like what he saw, so he reversed field and beat a couple of Rosholt Hornets to the edge and picked up 8 yards. Second down and 2 for the Wildcats. Trips backfield behind Strite this time. Schuett is wide to the near side. And they're going to try the counter play, and this is Schreiber, and he's going to pick up positive yardage. A flag flies in, and it might be a face mask. It's either going to be a hold on Edgar or a face mask on Rosholt. Let's see what it's going to be here. Looks like they're going to be ready to mark it off against the Hornets, so it's probably going to be a face mask here. Let's see. Yeah. Usually when that flag flies in from that, yeah, it's going to be a face mask call against the Hornets. So that'll mark it down all the way inside the 15-yard line to the 14.
That's added to the end of the run where it'll be first and 10.
Austin Schreiber on the carry that time. And the penalty gives Edgar a first down at the 14-yard line. Edgar's ready to line up. They got to wait for the chain gang to catch up here. Strite under center. They try the pitch to the right side. Maverick Butt, now he cuts it back. He's got a hole, getting around the edge and knocked out of bounds near the goal line. He's going to get it down inside the 5 to maybe the 1, depending on, I think they're going to mark him out of bounds at about the 4.
Just before the goal line, where it'll be first to goal, Wildcats.
They're going to mark him out at about the 1 or 2 yard line. So it's going to be first and goal from there for the Wildcats after Maverick Butt picks up another nice gain going around the right side. These Edgar running backs really have good cutting ability. They, Hackle and Butt especially, make these nice cuts to get free and pick up extra yardage when it looks like the defense might have a shot at them. Strite's going to operate out of the gun here, 2 backs with him. And he's going to hand it off, and this is Butt. And did he get in? Yes, just over as 2 tacklers were converging on him, but Maverick Butt will take it in from the 2 yard line. And it's a touchdown for the Wildcats, running the score now to 39-0 with 9:16 to play here in the third quarter. We will be going to a running clock now because of at least a 35-point lead. So the clock will only stop for timeouts and change of possession. They're going to line up to kick this one again. And Jarvis, wasn't that the computer in the Marvel movies? I think it was. But this is a German foreign exchange student who is doing the kicking duties here. High snap, and the kick is a line drive. It's going to be no good. Went wide to the left. I don't think he got that snap down the way he wanted to at the high snap, but it's no good, and the score remains 39-0. We'll be back after this. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Located in Edgar, Wisconsin, Edgar Building Supply operates as a lumberyard and hardware store, assisting contractors, homeowners, and businesses with their building needs varying from roofing and siding to windows and cabinets. Their knowledgeable staff can assist you with planning your project, estimating costs, and drafting blueprints. Get started on your building project today with Edgar Building Supply.
And we're back here at Rosholt High School, 9:16 to play third quarter. We'll go to running time after Edgar has extended their lead now to 39-0. And they'll look to kick it off here. It's going to be a good kick, and it's going to roll. Is that a live ball? Oh, they're going to say it's a touchback. It just touched the pylon. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The Rosholt player was hoping the ball would go out of bounds. Instead, it rolled and hit the pylon. That would have been a live ball if it wouldn't have hit the pylon there near the goal line. But it will be a touchback, and Rosholt will have the football on their own 20-yard line. Didn't touch it by much either. Just nudged the pylon a little bit. I'm sure that return man was having second thoughts about not picking the ball up as the ball just kept rolling and not hitting anything, didn't go out of bounds, and finally it did. So it will be 1st and 10, Rosholt on their own 20-yard line here. Lee takes the snap. He's going to pitch it. They're going to try the right side. And not going to be able to get much. Schuett fought through his block and made the stop. After a short gain, maybe 2 yards on the carry.
Second 9, Hornets.
I think that was Mason Lockery on the carry there for Rosholt, another freshman player. 2nd down and about 8. They try a fake pitch, and now throwing the football, it's going to be incomplete. So well-covered man near the 32-yard line. Delete was under some pressure.
Intended for Lorbecky. 3rd down.
Getting in there, putting pressure on him was Corey Keppel. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Hornets. Delete looks like he's changing the play with the running back, and they're going to fake the pitch. Delete's going to roll out. He's going to throw. He's got a man that's going to be caught, but short of the 1st down by about 3 or 4 yards.
Delete's pass caught by Lorbecky.
Maverick Butt makes the open field tackle on Lorbecky. It's going to be 4th down and about 4. So now the question is, what does Rosholt want to do here? Down 39-0. And they're going to line up to punt the football. Edgar bringing the house, and that's going to be blocked. And it's going to be recovered at about the 19-yard line. Once again, I don't think the Rosholt punter is standing deep enough. The first one he didn't get off, and this one was blocked as well. And Stonkey got the block of the punt, so it will be 1st and 10 Wildcats on the Rosholt 20-yard line. Our game brought to you in part by our game day sponsors, Greg Gruitz, Miltram, Warner Insurance, Van Ert Electric, Edgar Building Supply, Cropping Central, and Edgar Family Restaurant. So the Wildcats come to the line. Stride under center, split backfield, and actually it's a new quarterback in there now. Caden Bargender is the quarterback now, the sophomore, as Edgar has put in some of their reserves.
Minimal gain on the play, bringing up second down for the Wildcats.
So they've got some different players in there. Tyler Schmidt was in there. See if we can get some of the other numbers. Eli Kramer, it looks like, freshman offensive lineman on the field. Bargender under center. Quick hitter inside, and not much there. Maybe got a yard before the pile pushed him back. Let's see who that was on the carry. Trying to get a number here. Looks like it was Kenan Van Ornum, number 30. Kenan Van Ornum, another freshman on the carry for the Wildcats. Going to be 3rd down and 7.
Short gain on the play brought down by Kyle Custon. 3rd down, Edgar.
Preston Erickson looks like he's in the game at center. Try to get some of these other numbers for you. They're going to pitch it to the left side. Nice cutback down inside the 15, down inside the 10, and wrestled down near the 10-yard line. On the carry for the Wildcats was Tyler Schmidt, the sophomore, and he made a nice cut to lose that first defender who would have hit him behind the line of scrimmage, but the nice cut freed Schmidt up to pick up positive yardage and a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 10-yard line. Clock rolling, 4:18 to play here in the 3rd. Caden Bargender, 6 foot, 175-pound sophomore at quarterback right now. Split backfield behind him. Wing right. They're going to pitch it, try the right side. Kenan Van Ornum on the carry, and he's going to be dumped for a loss, maybe back to the 11 or 12-yard line. Really nowhere to go for Van Ornum over there.
Van Ornum on the carry brought down by...
They're going to mark it all the way back at about the 13, so call it a loss of 3. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 13. Bargender under center. Quick hitter inside, and not much there. Looked like, is that Landon Lukasco on the carry, number 11?
Landon Lukasco on the carry, brought down by the host of Hornets. No gain on the play.
Landon Lukasco, another freshman running back for the Wildcats, took that carry, call it no gain, and it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 13. You got some backups on the field now, including in the offensive line, so holes maybe not quite as big as they were with the starters in there. Play action, they throw into the end zone, touchdown, incomplete. He couldn't hang on. Carson Nowak, sophomore tight end, went up to grab that one, and he had it until he came to the ground, and the ball popped out.
4th down.
And it's going to be 4th down and goal from the 13. Nowak went up between double coverage that time and got his hands on the football but couldn't complete the catch going to the ground. And it's 4th down and goal. Isaiah Kraft, another young player, sophomore on the field at the wingback spot. This time they want to throw again. Bargender to the end zone. He's got a man and is caught. Touchdown. It was knocked up in the air, and that was Kraft who was able to concentrate and make the catch and get the touchdown. First varsity touchdown for Isaiah Kraft on the 4th down and goal from the 13. The ball got knocked out of his hands, but he kept his concentration and was able to grab it out of the air and fight the tackler into the end zone for the touchdown. 45-0 the score, pending the extra point. And they will attempt the extra point, kick the extra point here. Have been unsuccessful the last couple of times. Snap is high again. Strite's going to keep it, throw it to the end zone, and it's going to be caught there by Schuett. That wasn't planned. The snap was high again, and there was no way for Strite to get it down in time for a kick, and he threw it up, and Schuett went up and got it in the end zone for the two-point conversion, and it's 47-0 Edgar. We'll take a timeout, come back with more. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
At Bayme Insurance Agency, our staff has a genuine interest in finding insurance solutions for you. We'll make finding insurance easy for you by shopping and comparing quotes from multiple companies. As an independent agency, we are a more flexible and competitive option and will tend to your present needs, while also anticipating any changes in your future. Bayme Insurance, providing high-quality insurance in central Wisconsin since 1938.
And we're back here at Rosholt High School. A minute 57 to play in the third. 47-0 Edgar. And Isaiah Kraft, the sophomore reserve player in there, gets his first varsity touchdown on a pass from Caden Bargender, which might be his first varsity touchdown pass. As they're getting work here in the second half of this game. And now the return by Zick again out across the 30 to about the 32 or 33-yard line. And that's where Rosholt will have the football, 1st and 10 from there. Our game brought to you in part by Fleet Farm, here to help you gear up for the hunting season. Of course, the archery season begins tomorrow. Shop their huge selection of scouting and concealment must-haves, safety essentials, and blaze orange gear. Shop the entire selection of hunting gear from all the top brands today at Fleet Farm. Defense still has the starters out there. They want the shutout, I would imagine. That is still in play here with running time. Now they're going to play action, and Delete wants to throw. He's got time. Now he's going to just run it out of bounds. He had nowhere to go and nowhere to go with the football. Edgar had dropped 5 defenders into coverage.
For a short loss on the play.
And there was nowhere to throw the football, and so Delete throws it, runs out of bounds, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 13. He took a 3-yard loss on that. That's just the young quarterback there. Got to throw that ball away and not take the sack. Only a sophomore, learning on the job, these young players, freshman and sophomore, playing at the varsity level. And I don't care what level of football you're at. It's Division 7, but still learning at the varsity level is pretty darn tough. Here's a pass down the middle of the field, incomplete. He was trying to get Zick well covered, and the pass incomplete near the 40-yard line.
Here's a 3rd down.
Because most of these teams at this level don't have JV football. They barely have enough players sometimes for a varsity squad. So there's no learning. If you don't play on Friday night, you're only getting practice time, and obviously you cannot recreate the reality of playing on a Friday night in practice. There's just no way of doing that. 3rd quarter in the books, 47-0 Edgar. Back in a moment. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Juicy burger, some French fries, maybe some nachos and cheese.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Warner Insurance Agency is a family-owned insurance business that has been helping customers with all of their property and casualty insurance needs for 3 generations. Let Warner Insurance help with your small business, farm, home, auto, and recreational vehicle insurance needs. Warner Insurance, proud supporter of the Edgar Wildcats.
And we're back here at Rosholt, getting set for the 4th quarter. We're in a running time game here in the second half. Edgar in command, leading 47-0. Rosholt has the football facing a 3rd down and 13. Man comes in motion. Delete wants to throw. Now he's flushed. He's going to throw deep. Oh, nice pass. Nice spiral, but it's going to be picked off. Defender was back playing center field. That's Gavin Maurer who will pick that off. Double coverage. That was a long, tight spiral thrown by Delete that time, but his intended receiver, Zick, was well covered, double covered, and Maurer was playing the center field position and got the pick. And it'll be Edgar football at their own 35-yard line. Delete threw that about 40, 45 yards in the air, and it was a tight spiral. Just hung up there a little bit and gave Maurer a chance to run under it. 1st and 10 Wildcats at the 35-yard line. Rosholt had a player late getting on, their free safety. And they're going to hand it off and try the left side. Not much there. On the carry was Kenan Van Ornum. Maybe picked up a yard. Call it 2nd down and 9.
Brought down by Keegan O'Donnell. Short gain on the play.
Visit Marshfield, one of our great sponsors. Be a part of the Marshfield tradition, Maple Fall Fest. It's happening this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow them on Facebook as well. 2nd down and 9 for the Wildcats. Caden Bargender, the quarterback, under center. Split backfield behind him, wing left. He wants to throw. Quick drop, and he throws it. He's got a man. That's complete. Anthony Trewicki is going to go down the far sideline and knocked out of bounds inside the Rosholt 40-yard line. I think that was Trewicki. It is, number 4, and nobody went with him out there on the left side. And Bargender to Trewicki for a big gainer inside Rosholt territory at about the 39-yard line. So the Edgar subs having some success here tonight. Bargender had a touchdown pass to Isaiah Kraft right at the end of the 3rd quarter. Now he hits Anthony Trewicki, a sophomore, with a long pass down the far sideline. They'll operate out of under center again. Keep it on the ground, and now we're going to get a whistle and a penalty flag flies. Going to be an illegal procedure penalty. Or was that a delay of game penalty? Might have been a delay of game penalty against Edgar. 5-yard penalty will mark the ball back to the 45-yard line of Rosholt.
5-yard penalty on the Edgar Wildcats brings up 1st and 15.
First down and 15. Once again, the quick hitter, same play, and now breaking into the secondary on the carry. I think that's Dominic Contreras. Is that number 12 on the carry? No, it's actually 22. That's Tyler Schmidt again. Tyler Schmidt picked up about 7, so he got the penalty yardage back, plus a couple of extra. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. Wing right, split backfield behind Bargender. Quick hitter again, and not much doing that time. Wrapped up and dropped. Kenan Van Ornum. No gain.
Brought down by Hilgers and O'Donnell. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Wildcats.
Give Rosholt credit. They're still playing. 17 kids suited up here tonight, and this defense has got to be just gassed, and they're still playing and stuffed the line that time. No gain for Van Ornum. It takes some intestinal fortitude to still play when the score's 47-0. Every player, if you play long enough, has been in a game like this. where you're just getting blown out and you just got to reach deep to try to find something in that fourth quarter. Now a handoff right side, not much there. Once again, Tyler Schmidt on the carry, but Rosholt was able to string that out, and it's going to bring up a fourth down situation. Looks like Edgar's going to bring in the punting unit.
Short gain in the play makes it fourth down for the Wildcats.
Or else they're bringing their starters back on the field. You wouldn't think they would punt from this spot on the field, but it looks like that's what they're going to do here. Yeah, they're going to set up to punt the football and try to pin Rosholt deep. Dakota Ellenbecker will handle the punting here. High snap over his head. It's going to roll all the way back to the 40-yard line. He's able to get the punt away, and it's a good one. Going to bounce out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. That's about the best they could hope for right there after that bad snap went over Ellenbecker's head. He had to run it down into their own territory at the 40-yard line and was able to get the punt away. Rosholt will have the football at about the 23-yard line. Is that where they're going to mark? Yeah, about the 23. Clock rolling here, 5:48 to play. Express Employment, one of our great sponsors. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals. Locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. 1st and 10. Rosholt from their own 23. Delete wants to throw, and he's got a man on a slant. It's complete. And breaking tackles across midfield and then gang tackle near the 45-yard line of Edgar. Nice pass from Delete that time. Samuel Dahlke, the sophomore, made the stop along with 2 or 3 of his teammates. And the Hornets have a first down inside Edgar territory at about the 46-yard line. Biggest play of the night for Rosholt. The Nasonville Dairy post-game show will be coming up. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. 1st and 10, Hornets at the Edgar 46-yard line. Nearly a high snap. They pitch it. They're going to try to get the right side. And he got the corner, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds after a pickup of 8 or 9 inside the 40-yard line.
Edgar on the carry. Gets around the end for a good gain.
Nolan Betker on the carry for Rosholt. And it'll be a second down, or is it coming back? It looks like it's coming back for a penalty. Probably a hold. Yeah, it's going to be a hold against Rosholt, and that just kills a drive. Holding in high school football is a hard penalty to come back from in any drive. Ball marked up from the point of the infraction, and it's marked back inside Rosholt territory at about the 48-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 3:36 to play in this one. They're going to pitch it and try the left side this time, and this one's going nowhere. A host of Edgar tacklers running down, and the man who made that play stayed home and did his job was Dakota Ellenbecker. He kept that runner from getting outside, and that allowed 2 or 3 of his teammates to help catch up and make the play way back inside the 40-yard line. Loss of about 9 or 10 on that, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever here for Rosholt. 3rd down and 27. Edgar making a quick change in the offensive line. Sawyer Weiland in the game, the sophomore. Delete out of the gun, another high snap. He's able to corral it, a little pass out in the flat. He's got a man open, but not much there. Lost his footing and went down.
Delete's pass complete to Nolan Edgar.
Short gain, and
Short gain on the play.
it's going to be a 4th down and long.
4th down, Hornets.
Ball just across the 41-yard line of the Hornets here. Rosholt's going to take a timeout. We'll take one more quick one as well. Timeout on the field. Back after this. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Van Ert Electric is an established leader in the electrical industry in the upper Midwest since 1964 with 5 locations in Wisconsin and a sister company in Michigan. We offer our customers a broad range of services from electrical construction, telecommunications, process controls, HVAC controls, thermal imaging, and arc flash evaluations for your industrial and commercial.
Tom King back here at Rosholt, where Edgar getting ready to close this one out. It's a 4th down and long for the Hornets. They're going to go for it here. No, they're going to punt it, it looks like. They have not had much success punting the football here today. And once again, I'm not sure that this punter is lining up deep enough. They're going to run a fake punt. Snapped it to one of the up men, and that's going nowhere. Coming over to make the tackle was Kason Risto, a junior. And Edgar will take over on downs on the fake punt attempt. And the running clock rolls on, and Edgar will just be able to run it out here. Brendan Imhoff in the game, I see, a freshman player. Trying to get some of these other numbers of the reserves that are out there. Hoyt Dahlke, freshman, in the game. Emmett Van Ornum, a freshman, is in the game. And it's Caden Bargender under center again, split backfield behind him. They should only have to take one more snap, maybe 2, depending on what happens here. They're going to try a quick hitter up the middle, and not much there. Isaiah Kraft met quickly and driven backwards. Actually, that might have been Emmett Van Ornum on the carry 2 instead of 3. I don't know if 3's out there. They'll have to take one more snap, and that will put a bow on this one. So 2 weeks in a row, the Edgar Wildcats put on an impressive display. And bouncing back from that loss to Stratford in week 2. They've done it 2 weeks in a row now. A 41-14 win over Auburndale last week. And here tonight, a 47-0 shutout. They try to get the corner now, and it could be more. Down the sideline, it is going to be a touchdown for Landon Lukasco, the freshman, as Rosholt allowed him to get the edge, and then he just turned on the jets and went the distance. So I spoke a little bit too soon there on the final score. With 20 seconds to play, the clock stops now while they'll attempt the extra point. 37-yard touchdown run for Lukasco. Makes the score 53-0 pending the extra point. They're going to go for 2 here. Now they're going to take a knee, and that's how this one will end. They can run the clock out, I believe. Does the clock start again after that extra point attempt? They took a knee. They got to kick it off. All right, we have to wait till they kick it off. So they will have to, Edgar will have to kick off here. $53-0 here tonight, and the reserves getting into the act here in the second half. Isaiah Kraft with a touchdown, and also Landon Lukasco, the freshman. First varsity touchdown, going the distance on a 37-yard run down the sideline. So a kickoff, and that should do it here. Line drive kick, and bobbled, and then just falling on it near the 30-yard line, and the clock will roll, and that's how this one will finish up. The Edgar Wildcats go to 3-1 on the season with an impressive 53-0 win here tonight against the Rosholt Hornets. We've got the Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up. I'll head down to the field, catch up with Edgar head coach Jerry Sins. We'll get a player of the game in the house as well. We'll do all that next. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
I can't see you up there unless you turn the lights on. I can't see if you're giving me the signal or not. All right, we are back here on the Nasonville Dairy postgame show with Edgar head coach Jerry Sins. Well, 2 weeks in a row, your kids come out here and dominate, and I thought an early turnover really set the tone for this game. You got the interception early and never looked back.
Yeah, it's always hard, to prepare for games like this, but I thought the kids played well and acted responsibly, the whole game. We've played well, despite the injuries to Jace and to Brock. Hopefully we get Brock back next week, and obviously we got some tougher games ahead. We got Pittsville coming up and homecoming next week, and homecoming's always an adventure, but hopefully we keep everybody in line.
I think people might be surprised by some of the speed that some of your guys are showing. I mean, Will Hackle didn't get a lot of chances last year because of all the guys you had. He's getting his chance this year, and he's making teams pay with his speed.
Yeah, Will is a very good cutter in the open field, and he can accelerate quickly. And like you said, no, he didn't hardly get any carries last year. But yeah, he's getting some, and he's taking advantage of them. And once again, obviously, if Jace had stayed healthy, he probably wouldn't have got many this year either, because he was a third back. But now he's in there, and he's doing well, and we're really happy for him.
We're going to bring a couple of defensive guys into the house tonight because of the play of your defense tonight. Lucas Stanke and Corey Keppel, I called their names a lot. They had good games.
Yeah, they played well. Corey, we're really happy with. He's probably the toughest guy on our team, maybe the meanest guy on our team, and you always have to have a couple guys like him. Lucas has been doing well. He caught his first pass tonight that he's had in his career, so we're happy about that too.
And you got some of the subs in, and they had some success in the second half. That's always fun to see, guys getting their first varsity touchdowns.
Yeah, we played the JVs for about a quarter, and then in the end we played the freshman crew, and they managed to get one too. The guy that got it, yeah, he's a pretty fast little guy, but he's a freshman, and happy for him too.
Well, good luck next week.
Thank you very much.
We'll talk to Edgar head coach Jerry Sons. Let's bring a couple of defensive guys in the house tonight, because always nice to get a shutout for the defense. You got the interception early and never looked back from there. Played some really good tight defense tonight.
Yeah, we got a great coaching staff that gets us ready each week, and yeah.
Called your name a lot tonight, making plays.
Yeah, as much as I did made a lot of plays, I could not have said anything about the other side of the line, Fletcher and Dakota, because, well, Fletcher was playing both ways and everybody else behind me was also playing both ways. I get it easy playing only one way, and it was just a great time.
That's a major league mustache, by the way.
Yeah, it's growing out a little bit.
And you got a couple of passes thrown your way tonight and a catch. How about that?
Yeah, first one of the year. It's good to get that one out of the way. Hopefully many more to come.
All right, you guys know how In the House works. Just look right up there.
I'm Lucas Stanke.
I'm Corey Keppel.
And we're in the house.
That's going to wrap things up here tonight from Rosholt. Once again, big night for Will Hackle. He had 113 yards and 3 touchdown runs in the first half, including a 50-yarder. Also, Tucker Stride with a touchdown run and a touchdown pass to Leighton Schuett. Isaiah Kraft got on the board. Lukasco got on the board as well with a touchdown run late in the game. And so a big night for the offense, big night for the defense whenever you get a shutout in this league. And congratulations to Edgar with the big win here tonight. Once again, your final score, 53-0. Edgar over the Rosholt Hornets. I'm Tom King. Thanks for watching. You've been watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.